Hey everybody, Fred Bernardo, the smoking guitar player from Fred's Music and Barbecue Supply in Shillington, Pennsylvania. How you doing? Hey, guess what I got here? Mad Max Beyond Egg Dome. And he is gonna cook a turkey today. So we'll see you later. Here we go.
Hey everybody, Fred Bernardo, the smoking guitar player here at Fred's Music and Barbecue Supply. How you doing? We're here pre-Thanksgiving for our pre-Thanksgiving cooking demonstration and expo here at the store. And I have with me Max Rosen. Max is well known on the Big Green Egg Forum, which is the Egghead Forum officially, I guess we would call it nowadays. And he is Mad Max Beyond Egg Dome. And Max, years ago, is known for a certain way of preparing a turkey and gravy, which is really cool and really good. And Max is here at the store doing a demo. We got some people around. How about everybody clapping a little bit?
Hello, everybody.
All right. Okay, so I'll tell you what, Max. First, say hello to everybody out there in Eggland.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, and sure glad to be here, Fred, and happy to be here with you.
I'm glad you're having a good time, and I'm really glad you came up. It was a pretty couple-hour drive here for Max to come, and it was nice that he came up to do it. And you know what? Can you just give me a quick summary? Like, what is it? Turkey and gravy. That's really what it is.
And it's really a traditional roasted turkey, a lot like you would do in your oven at home, like we've done for years. But yeah, we do it out in the egg. So this way, the turkey and the gravy pick up the magic of the egg, and just a hint of smoke. And just really, it's a traditional way of roasting a turkey, but it gets you a much moister turkey, a lot more flavor because of the egg, and I can show you real quick how we prep it up for you if you like.
Well, before we do that, tell me something. So you are, in fact, going to cook this in a Big Green Egg.
Yes, I am, Fred.
Okay, and a Big Green Egg is a ceramic Kamado-style cooker, one of the brands we sell, and our lead brand, of course, and it is the most well-known brand of ceramic cooker, and it's known for keeping all the moisture in the food and even cooking and things. So you did say a little bit of smoke. What kind of wood are you going to use? You're going to use charcoal and...
Use lump charcoal, and I like to use a couple of apple chunks. Fruit wood is really good for turkey. Apple, cherry's nice. Also, pecan is real nice because it gives it a nice light smoke. It's not overwhelming on the turkey. Any poultry picks up a lot of smoke very easily, so you want to go light with the wood. And you want to use a wood that just adds just a nice hint of smoke, nice light smoke to it. You don't want to overwhelm it, particularly for your guests who aren't used to a lot of smoke in there.
Right. I know my wife doesn't like things heavily smoked, and you said poultry does pick up a lot of smoke.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and what kind of temperature are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be roasting it in the egg at about 325 to 350 degrees. So again, it's the same kind of temps you would normally use in your oven if you were cooking it in your oven.
And for how long about, do you think? I know you do it by temperature?
I go by about temperature and time, about 325 to 350 degrees. Will give you about the same times as it would in your oven. Again, about 15 minutes to 20 minutes about 12 to 15 minutes per pound.
Oh, okay. And then do you do any particular temperature when it's done, or are you just kind of eyeballing?
Again, we aim for about 180 in the thighs, 160 in the breast.
Okay. And what about the ice? I saw you doing something with ice.
This is one of the great tricks. I learned this about 15 years ago. If you take one of the great things you can do, one of the best tricks I ever learned, is you take a gallon Ziploc bag full of ice cubes about 20 to 30 minutes before you put your turkey in the egg. You take a gallon Ziploc bag of ice cubes and you just drape it over the breast for that 20 or 30 minutes. And what that does is that lowers the temps over the breast sufficiently so that during the roasting period, that gives the breast meat time to catch up to the thighs and drumsticks, so that the thigh meat will be done at 180. The breast will still only have reached 160 to 170 degrees. And
so you're knocking the temperature of the breast down.
Knocking the temperature of the breast down, so that during the roasting time in the egg, that gives it time to catch up to the thighs, but your breast meat will still be nice and moist. But your thighs will be done, your breast meat will be done, but your breast meat won't be overcooked.
So the breast meat won't dry out.
Exactly.
In the extra time it takes to get the thighs done.
Exactly.
Right, because deep down in there it's harder to get it cooked.
You got it.
Okay,
That's the trick to getting two different temperatures.
So, and if you could quick summarize what you're going to do to the turkey in maybe like a minute, like you're going to stuff it with something?
You betcha. What I do is I take a lemon, an onion, and an apple, I quarter or halve them, and I just jam those inside the cavity of the turkey, along with some whatever fresh herbs I happen to have, some thyme, some rosemary, a little parsley, just whatever kind of herbs you have, a little of your seasoning, the poultry savory seasoning will work good. Just put all that stuff in the cavity. And then I take a couple sticks of butter. I just turn that into a paste again with the poultry seasoning. Again, with some fresh herbs. And in this case, we're also going to use a little of the Dixieland dust. And then we're just going to mash that paste all over the bird. Don't have to even worry about putting it on the skin. Just mash all over the bird. And then the last step is we're going to throw about a half a bottle of white wine over it. Let that run into the roasting pan as well. And that way, as the turkey's roasting, those 2 sticks of butter, the wine, will all add into the bottom of the pan, and that will be, along with the juices from the turkey, we'll be using that to baste the turkey with about every 20 minutes to half an hour while the turkey's roasting. And we'll be doing that after about the first hour.
That sounds pretty good.
After about the first hour in the egg, we'll be basting about every half an hour, every 20 minutes until the bird is done.
Good. That sounds excellent. And I notice here that there is what appears to be a pound of butter.
Yeah, we'll be using a half a pound initially. The other half a pound we'll reserve for when we make gravy.
So a half a pound on the turkey.
On the turkey.
The other half a pound's going into gravy.
Yes.
Excellent. You know, it's a shame that we don't have more that we could put in there while we're at it. More is better.
More is better.
And too much is just right. Don't forget it. Okay, so we're going to sign off now from the video, and Max is going to give his demonstration. And maybe if we get a chance, we'll pop back on with episode 2 of the video and show you what the thing looks like when it's ready to go in the egg. If not, we'll take some still pictures. But thanks for watching. Don't forget Fred's Music and BBQ.com, Fred's Music and Barbecue Supply in Shillington, Pennsylvania. Mad Max Rosen, the Egghead Forum, the turkey. Okay, so we'll see you at the next segment of this video.
Thank you. Hey, everybody.
Great.
I'm Max Rosen, otherwise known as Mad Max Beyond Egg Dome on the Big Green Egg Forum, for all those of you who visit and know the Big Green Egg Forum. And I'm going to show you how to prep real easy but great turkey on your Big Green Egg. You can also do this in your oven or on any other kind of cooker. And what this is really a traditional roasted turkey that benefits from the flavors of your Big Green Egg, and a couple of real good tricks on how to get a nice moist turkey. Okay, and the biggest trick, and the number one thing is one question that always arises is how do you get a turkey done properly? Because one thing you always want is you get your thighs done at 180 degrees and your turkey breast done at 160 degrees. And how do you do that with a bird that's still stuck together and it goes in the cooker at the same time and comes out of your cooker at the same time? So we'll get to that trick in a few minutes, okay? Now first of all,
excuse me, please,
is how to prep your bird, and then also how to get to using all the parts of the bird to also achieve really good gravy. And people are really intimidated by gravy. And so you'll have a really good turkey, but then you'll go out and buy jarred gravy, and so you'll have really crappy gravy with your really good turkey. And I always tell people, you can have the greatest turkey in the world, but when you go put a jar of Heinz gravy on it, it's just not, it kind of ruins your good turkey. But at the same time, you can have pedestrian turkey, but if you make really good gravy, you'll have a really good meal. So I'll get the turkey in a little bit. So when you get your basic turkey from the grocery store, you'll get this little packet of stuff in it a lot of times. You'll get your turkey neck and your little bag of giblets. Don't throw this stuff away. Get your stock pot and take your neck and throw it in there, and open up your little bag of goodies and empty them in there. And save that stuff in there. And we even have some extras today that they were good enough to give us from the store. If you even have some extra stuff, throw that in your pot. Throw some herbs in there. Throw a stick of celery in there. Throw a half an onion in there. Okay? Fill it full of water in the morning. First thing you do in the morning on Thanksgiving Day. Celery, onion, carrot, some herbs, a little rosemary, thyme. Fill it full of water. Set it on your stove to simmer and let it cook all day long. Okay? And you'll have the best turkey stock you've ever made in your life. It's that simple. That's all you got to do. And then at the end of the day, when your turkey's done and you want to make gravy, you'll have your stock all ready for you. Now later on today, we're going to use some chicken broth to make our gravy, and it'll still be good. But just for your own information, that's how you make turkey stock. It's just that simple. Okay? It's really very basic. Okay?